Okay? 2 days! Jews! Okay, right now it's not right for you and I'm not right for it. 2 days, it'll be juicy, it'll eat it, it'll be the best meat you ever had. Years you'll be walking around going, here, I still have the pickles. But what do? You give a fetch. No, it still doesn't feel good. You give another fetch. Another fetch. Fetch. You finally look at it and go, this one's not good. And that's what we do to Jews, and that's what human beings do to other human beings. We fetch them. There's a Jew out there, there's a person out there that you're not right for him and she's not right for you. But trust me, in a month, 2 months, 3 years, you'll be the juiciest people in each other's lives. You won't believe it. Just let it be. Don't fetch them. But what do? You see what he's doing? You see what he didn't do? You see how much he did? You see how long it is, how short? Didn't say the prayer. Said the prayer. Said the hell prayer. Didn't say that prayer. He goes here and says that. We fetch the goodness right out of our people. Don't fetch about each other. Leave it. It's the hardest thing to do. Any good salesperson will tell you. You'll make the sale if you just shut your mouth. What did you say? You make the $1 million sale. I shut my mouth. That's what you have. Stop fetching the Jew. Trust me. Those Jews, human beings all share the same soul. And everybody's a brother. The Jewish people, it's a closer brotherhood, sisterhood. You have to realize it. It might be hard. Believe me, I was a pulpit rabbi. I have a list of people that fetch me. Well, I have to eat my own medicine. Stop fetching. Let it be. So, even though Helen Thomas went on to leave the publishing arena, I became the publisher of 2 newspapers. One called the Jewish Star in New York, and I was the publisher of the Mahamash-Shkif, the Jerusalem Observer, English paper in Jerusalem, Israel. And one of the great things is you get to, when you're a publisher, you get to have a column. Because you're the publisher. So I had a column called David's Harp. And basically because David had a harp, King David had a harp, plus I harped on things. So it's a great title, but I have to explain it every time. So each week I wrote different satirical pieces, and I only have a few copies. I brought, if somebody wants it afterwards, I am selling them, but I only have a few copies, so tell me afterwards, you'll let me know, I'll put your name in it and everything. So anyway, what's called name calling is a very short little few sentence poem I wanted to read. You'll know exactly why I'm reading it to you. The liberals call them conservatives, and the hardliners call them leftists. The freethinkers call them closed-minded, and the open-minded call them reconstructionists. The traditionalists call them renewal, and the orthodox call them chiloni. The secularists call them right-wing, and the reform call them charedi. The observant call them apikoris, and the moderate call them black hat. The non-observant call them religious nuts, and the siruga call them ultra this and ultra that. The kibbutzniks call them Hasidim, and the settlers call them Masorati. The progressives call them Zionists, and the conservatives call them Dati. The religious call them Baal Tshuva, and the zealots call them True. The Shomer Shabbos call them Machalel, and the anti-Semites just call them Jew. So afterwards, I'm not finished yet, but afterwards, you know what they say, Gentiles leave without saying goodbye, Jews say goodbye and never leave. Also, if you want it afterwards, it brings me to another point. I put your Hebrew name in. Why? Because people try to feel what's the Jewish identity, who you are. People are looking to see who you are. Well, it's this time of year, we're coming up to Yom Kippur, we're trying to find ourselves, trying to, who am I really? Your Hebrew name is the tunnel, is the channel, the essence of who you are. Okay? If you ask, when a Chabad rabbi comes to a new neighborhood, okay, he goes up to somebody and says, he goes to a Jew, you know who the other Jews are? You know who the other Jews are? They have no idea. He goes to an anti-Semite's house, you know who the Jews are? He says, there's 3 over there, 2 over there. So sometimes the anti-Semites teach us more about Jewish identity than we know. Hanukkah time, they tried to take away our Jewish names. That was one of the things. So our Jewish name is very important. They tell the story of the Alter Rebbe, the very first Rebbe of the Chabad movement, the very first one. He sat there playing with his grandchild, like any grandfather playing with a grandchild, except his grandchild was going to be the Tzemach Tzedek, the third Lubavitcher. But at the time, he was just a little bishop. And he's playing with him, and he's saying to him, "Where's Zadie? Where's Grandpa?" And the little Tzemach, the little bishop comes over and he taps his belly. He says, "Here's Zadie." So, no, that's Zadie's belly. "Where's Zadie?" He comes over, he's a pull on his ear. He goes, "That's Zadie's ear, that's not Zadie." He finally goes, "Where's Zadie?" The little kid comes out, he pulls his beard. He says, "No, that's Zadie's beard, that's not Zadie." And with that the third Lubavitcher Rebbe, little bishop, goes running outside the house. And the Alter Rebbe, the first Rebbe, is sitting there, the grandpa is sitting there. And he hears from outside, Zaydin! He gets up, he has nothing to do, he runs outside, he comes to the top of the steps of the porch, looks down, and he sees the little child, the third Lubavitcher Rebbe, look up with his finger, smiling. There you are. We are our name, we're Zaydin. We're David Ephraim, Ben Noach Halevi. We're Chana, we're Rivka, we're Shmuel. Start with your name, you'll find out who the essence of who you are. Sometimes sitting in shul, we don't know what to read. There's so many pages. Say your name, say who you are. And you'll find out deeper of who you are. So, I'll just tell you how important names are. My son was going, he's now studying in Oile Torah at the Lubavitcher Yeshiva in Crown Heights. Okay. We're in deep. So he's going to a very famous rabbi's house for Shabbos dinner. And he calls me up. He says, I'm going to this house for Shabbos dinner, and I wanted to bring him something like a bottle or a cake or something. But I didn't have any money, so I texted you, transfer money into my account immediately. He said, okay, what's the problem? So I accidentally texted the rabbi the message. So I said to him, okay, relax. These things happen. First of all, let's understand, new world. Everybody understands these things happen. Just relax. Secondly, let's see how much he transferred. And thirdly, look at the name before you push the send button. Even Moses said to God, Mashmo, what's the name? I'm going to take the children of Israel out, and I'm going to send them across and bring the land of Israel. What's your name? Okay? Look at the name. It's very important. So look at our own names. So, the story is this. Coming to the PS of my life, I'm coming to the end. You're getting catching up. So, and please don't spend the time afterwards telling about your whole life. I know I spent the time. Very nice people. Just say hello, shake my hand. I don't even hear all the, you started out 3 years ago. So anyway, so that you wouldn't believe what I go through. It's a machaya when I sit next to Arabs and Rastafarians. So I'm now down in Boca Raton, Florida. Moshe Denberg, Rabbi Denberg is my shaliach, my new rabbi, and he taught me something when it comes to Simchas Torah after the end of the holidays when we start the Torah again. He said that before the Torah was created, before the world was created, Torah was created. Before the world was created, what does that mean? That means we should have bumper stickers saying, Torah first. 25 years, Chabad, Torah first. You're trying to figure out what to do with your life, you go and ask some nutnik, yours. Torah first, find out what the Torah says. See if it works. The veterinarian, he didn't know what to do, he wanted to become from, he had problems. Decided he'll close his shop on Shabbos. Who closes a veterinary practice on Saturday? That's the day everybody comes. He closed it, I'm going to do Torah first. Wouldn't believe how it transformed his life. He opened up other hours, no one ever came on a Saturday night, whatever it was. His whole life